So you guys, I'm going to put this on YouTube, this part for kids that missed this. And as far as stats, they dropped chi-squared and basically and chapter 12. So we really don't have, for stats, everybody's got one unit left to do. It's on the AP website, like I said, and you can look. It's going to be updated today. They said at noon or 1 o'clock on my meeting last night, so I'm going to check in a little bit, and it'll have everything that's fully updated. Did that lead into any other questions from anybody? All right, cool. All right, so here's the deal. Here's our test dates, and so even those that aren't taking the test, and I'll explain it in a little bit, we will do some sort of a little 2-question final, just like these guys are taking a 2-question final, just to finish our year out, and then we'll figure out what we're going to review and stuff at the end of the year. So May 12th is for calculus. It's at 11 a.m. And then on May 22nd, it's statistics. That's a Friday, and I think that's a Tuesday. And there's a makeup date. So if your phone goes funky or you lose internet connection, there's makeup dates in June. But it has to be approved by the school. So we'll deal with that when they get there. Here's the format for specifically certain classes, and it's going to affect just calculus and AP statistics. It's different for English and different things like that. There's going to be a 25-minute question, and then you have a 5-minute upload period. If you miss the upload period, they're not going to accept it. So that's one of the things we're going to have to practice. Then you have a 15-minute question and then a 5-minute upload period. So that's the format of the test on those specific dates at that time. And again, if you guys have a question while I'm talking, just go ahead and interrupt me, or you can put a question mark on here, and we'll go from there. And if I missed your question mark because I'm looking to the left, make sure you pop in and say something. Device. The device is your choice. You must use the same device to view and upload the answers. So once you log in, it's not going to let you log into another device. So they say start working with your device that you want to use for the test, even if it's at school, depending on what happens on April 8th. It just depends. Hold on, let me get somebody else in. We're still going to use whatever device you choose and upload the answers. It'll just be in person if we're back in school by then. And so you have 2 choices. You can type it and upload it all on the same one. Somebody keeps getting kicked out. You can type and upload it all on the same one, or you can take a picture of your work and then upload it. One of their recommendations was that you don't try to do phone to computer. If you're gonna look at it on a phone, make sure you can upload and pick it up, and then upload it and look at it from your phone, all in one, because it's a time limit thing. So we got to really watch the time limit on these. Security wise, it's apparently they have protocols in place. They were open about some, and they were very secretive about others. It will be open notes, etc. They know that, but it's for the individual only, no other help, different things like that. They have multiple measures in place to deal with cheating. One of the new ones they're doing, and it's been something some people have pushed for, is within 2 weeks of the test, I'm going to get your answers and your solutions. And then they're asking us to look through and see if somebody got really good all of a sudden, and flag them. So that's one of the new things. So I'll have your answers at the end, before the end of the school year. So that will be nice, because then I can use them to finalize your guys' grades and all that good stuff. They will also, if anybody's caught cheating any way, form, or whatever, somehow, however they decide that, they're going to report the cheating to all the colleges you have applied to already and any college you apply to in the future. So that's just kind of a real quick thing about security. They know that there's going to be open books. They know it's going to be open notes. They know all those issues, and so they've designed a test that is going to minimize those pieces. The UCs are going to accept your 3, 4s, and 5s in almost every college system. It doesn't matter that it's only a 2-question test this year. They are going to accept. Someone's phone is getting messed up. All right, I'm checking on you guys right now. Hold on. That kind of made me think, what are your steps? So start thinking what types of problems they would use for open notes. So and if you guys have other ideas, I want you to shoot them out at me now so I can write them here. My idea was this, that they're going to stick with conceptual and those justification problems. For our AP statistics test, the 25-minute question, and I'm going to email some other AP teachers that are in the know a little bit more, that are back east. I'm going to ask them if that 25-minute question is going to be that experiment question. So for stats, I was thinking it's going to be the experiment question. And for calculus, I'm really not sure, because as we've kind of looked at this, our time limit stuff, my allergies are bugging me. My time limit stuff is till 12 to 15 minutes. There wasn't a 25-minute question. So I'm really not sure how they're going to tackle this 25-minute question, but that's what they said they're going to have on question number 1. So if you guys have any thoughts of what may be on there that's making you guys think a lot more, and it has the stuff we practice, let me know, and then we'll go from there. I don't know if I'm sure it's going to be all calculator, because they're not going to be able to say that it's no calculator. For stats, you have to decide if you want to use the calculator or not, depending on how fast you want to be as you guys work on this thing. So where do we go from here? We need to start reviewing the old material, because we know now it's going to be a little more heavy on the older material because they cut out the very tail end of stuff. We need to start practicing timed open-ended questions and practice uploading. So we'll utilize Google Classroom for that. We're going to utilize the AP Classroom when we start back to school. If we're in distance learning, we'll utilize that, and that'll be our assignments for the day. My distance learning format's going to look completely different than the classroom, and it'll take into account that you guys are home. You may be taking care of siblings. You may have to work on the ranch. You may have to do all these other things. So the workload won't be as much, but it's going to be really, really specific. So just so you guys know that. I don't know if that helps some of you and kind of relieves a little bit of the idea of what's going on when we get back. But again, from the rumors that you've heard, we got an email, just so you guys know. We got an email from Mr. Eddie and an email from Mr. Mayo. We do not know what is happening until April 8th. No matter what you hear in the media or anybody else, until you get an announcement from Mr. Mayo that we are planning on going back the 14th, and it will be decided on April 8th. So on April 9th, we'll know if we're going back for sure. You can, I would think, as we practice these things, you can use the device you would think we will during the test. And I think our daily work will be something like that, where it's just timed, and you guys will time yourself, and then you upload your answers. That includes the people that aren't taking the test, because we're going to still do the same format for our test at the end of the year. I'm not gonna make anybody do anything different. So we'll just practice that same thing. Let's see. Use a timer to help you. They told us last night on the hour-long AP thing that we had that AP will have a timer on the screen, but you can turn it off if it stresses you out. But I would advise you to either use that one or use your own timer, because if you time out on this thing, you're dead in the water. That's going to be one of our issues, is we're going to have to get really used to using a timer on our own and being very specific about what we do. This is where AP Central is going to help us out. They haven't done it yet. They're going to do an at-home testing guide. It's not out yet. Let me see if that'll focus a little better for you guys. It'll be an at-home testing guide. I don't know what that entails yet. There are video reviews on YouTube right now, but calculus is good. So, David, your question: calculus already has slope field review videos up. They're already up there, and I don't even know how to spell field, but we'll just do it. I'll abbreviate it so I don't look as bad. Darn English. They have slope field videos up. Stats, it has the stuff that they're not testing. So I'm hoping they update that soon, and that's one of the other reasons I want to reach out to some of the real long-term AP stats teachers that have been doing this for 25 years. I want to find out why this hasn't been updated, because right now they have chi-squared up there, and they have something else that we're not doing. So it doesn't even fit what we're doing right now. So calculus, I would suggest starting there. These are very, very high-end calculus teachers that have been doing it for many, many years, and they've created videos. I haven't watched them yet, but now that they're up, I'm going to watch them. But they're 30 to 40-minute lessons, so hopefully those will help us out a little bit. And plus, I'll start doing things specific now that I know exactly where we're going and what we're doing. Simulations, they are actually trying to make simulated practice quizzes or whatever, so you guys can get used to the 25-minute, 15-minute work on uploads. They're trying to get them up. That should say up. They're trying to get them up, but they haven't yet. So hopefully that is going to be something that they get up really soon. We're going to do this on our own by the curriculum I'll design when we get back. So it'll be very specific to passing this type of test. So I'm gonna email a COS professor that lives around the corner from me that used to be our AP calculus teacher, and ask him what kind of questions he thinks would be on a 25-15. So we're really gonna kind of dial in as much as we can, because I think you guys have a unique opportunity to just take a 45-minute test and pass with a 3, 4, or 5. The last thing, which we already discussed a little bit, is calculus. We have to finish slope fields, and we'll do that when we come back. So right now I would work on older stuff. You can go on to AP College Board if you wanted to, and you can look at units 1 through 5 would be good to start with. You can look at that, and I'm going to open up all those pieces in AP Classroom for you guys. Stats, we need to work with Chapter 6 ASAP. I gave you that packet when we went home. So when we get back, we can move through it quickly so we can start practicing a lot sooner on this. Now that we know where we're going, we have 10 more days than calculus does, but we're a little farther behind in stats than we were in calculus. So, because slope fields won't take us very long to cover. So that's kind of where we're headed, guys. You're welcome to ask me any questions you need right now, specifically. But that's kind of what I learned from the hour-long piece last night. Again, I'll send out, I can't remember, I sent it out already and remind about what we were dropping for calculus. I thought I did. I know I sent it out for statistics. But I know we're dropping this concept. I can't remember what unit it is. It may be unit 6. But I know we're doing unit 7. So let me cross this out. So I know we dropped speed and acceleration and the volume between an area between two lines and rotation stuff. So does anybody have any quick questions or anything like that I may not have answered? Anybody that's...
Yeah,
go ahead.
I do.
Go for it.
You gave us a packet for Chapter 6 and Chapter 12 for stats, and
right.
Now that Chapter 12 isn't on the test, do you want us to
No.
worry about working on that packet at all?
No, I don't want you to work on Chapter 12 at all right now. It's really not even needed too much for your college statistics class. I just want Chapter 6. They're only going up through like that first part of Chapter 3 that we did on regression lines. And that's it. I'm going to delve into it a little bit more, but no, don't worry about Chapter 12 right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Anybody else specifically have questions?
Yeah, is there gonna be like multiple choice on the test, or is it just gonna be free response now?
It's only free response. There's only a 25-minute question free response and a 15-minute question free response. There are no multiple choice questions at all. And that's because of the test security. They said that they can't do multiple choice when kids are doing it on their own. So free response allows them to make sure the integrity of the test is good still.
Okay.
Yeah, those are all good questions. Anybody else have anything that's popping to mind?
Are the grading scales still 9 points per question?
That I do not know, and I will send a question. That's a great one. 9 points per question. My guess is I don't actually I don't have a guess to be honest with you because a 25-minute question is going to be bigger in calculus. So I really don't have an answer. So I will ask that question and forward it on. I have a an AP College Board reps email that I will send and find out what's going on. Any other quick questions? My sorry. Hold on a sec. Whoever my assess my idea is that they're still going to give us the points in the same way. I just think that 25-minute question one may be a little bit different. So we're still looking for the concepts and the setups and justification is what is going to give you your points. Somebody just clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
So,
up?
for security, you said that they'd be sending like our responses to you.
Yes.
You.
Yeah.
So
I,
could you like go into that?
So like let's say somebody's been struggling all like the whole year and then all of a sudden they like sound like they're a super genius. They want us to flag those students and let them know. That's one of the ways that they do it. But they also have apparently they have plagiarism security features that actually are really good at pulling people. They catch people every year trying to cheat. So apparently this what they have. They were pretty secretive about how they do it, but that's the number one way that's one of the ways they're going to do it. They've actually uh, been wanting to do that for a couple of years, but some people have been fighting them. But I would love it if I got your guys' answers within 2 weeks, because then we could look at them. So
Are you just gonna flag like the like super major?
no, it's just going to look like if it doesn't look like your work, that's it. I mean,
Okay.
but we're going to practice so much, and in the meantime, I'll know if you guys can answer that question or not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then they have the question bank of everybody that's taken the test before. So they have everybody's test from prior to this. So I don't know exactly how they do that. Any other questions? All right, coolio. Well, thanks for joining, guys. If you guys think of any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. Send me on remind, and then have a good break for the next week. I know it's not much of a break, but do what you can. And if you guys are working on anything and you need help, just send me a message, and I will get some stuff to you at the end of next week. And hopefully on the 9th, we'll have even more direction of what it looks like for the rest of the year. But I appreciate you guys coming on, and have a good break. We'll talk to you guys later.